What's going on, everyone? Happy 4th of July and welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the Scale News Update, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the past week. If you enjoy the Scale News Update, hit the like button. Let's jump into this week's topics. First for this week, a new RTR release from Vanquish products. This is the Vanquish Phoenix Falken Edition. This is a portal version of the Phoenix RTR. Comparing the Falken Edition to the straight axle RTR, you will of course see that it now comes with portal axles, and the body includes the interior and bed sides. Those two pieces were not included on the original RTR. Everything else is the same except for the Falken livery on the Phoenix body. This was announced Monday officially, but a handful got snuck out early in the Trucks of Freedom package. That's kind of a fun way to get things out there, but they are available now. They're in stock and ready to ship. If you're interested in one of those, you can pick it up at the link in the description below. Speaking of available now, last week we talked about the release of the Losi Promoto MX. Those are shipping. They landed at hobby shops. People who made the initial orders on them are already receiving them as well. So if you were thinking it was going to be a longer wait between release and receiving them, no need to wait on that any longer. Pull the trigger now. Hopefully you can get it fairly soon. I believe that all the versions of it are shipping, the regular red and blue RTRs, as well as the green RTR and Charger combo. If you're interested in those, I'll put links to those as well below. Another story out of Horizon. Last week it was announced that Horizon acquired Team Trinity. And if you've been in RC for quite some time, that name is probably immediately recognizable to you, and you know all of the things that they attributed to the RC racing scene. Well, last July, the original founder of the company passed away. And as often happens after something like that happens, they were then acquired by Horizon. Now, how they will handle or use the name, what manufacturing or what changes could come of using the Team Trinity name, or if they'll try and keep things basically how they were, staff, all of those things, yet to be said. We'll find out as time goes, but another company under the Horizon umbrella now. RC4WD Drive released a new R8 transmission for the TF224 scale. The TF224 scale, when it was released, it was woefully underpowered. It just, even for small scale stuff, the power that it offered, the torque that it delivered out of the box was way beyond what was acceptable even to most consumers. They finally, after what, maybe a year and a half or so, I feel like those have been out now, they released this new transmission. This uses a larger motor, should be an appropriate amount of power in this package. I believe it uses a 130 size motor in there, so even bigger than something like an SCXII uses. If you previously purchased one of the TF224s on one of the many deals that they were running on them, this is probably a modification that is worth making. If you own one currently, this is probably worth looking at. The team over at Team Garage Hack RC Concepts released some new bumper tabs for their modular bumper system. If you're not familiar with that modular bumper system, it's some standoffs that come off of the chassis and allow you to put a pre-cut piece of rod through it that you can modify the length of. But the nice thing is that it's adjustable to any width chassis that you have, making it just a super easy way to get a metal bumper on basically any truck, whether it be a stock style or a custom flat rail. These should bolt on most of those. So you can pick those up, but now they've offered these modular bumper tabs that allows you to make things like a stinger so that you can put some rod that's bent around and goes into these pieces on the front bumper, just to offer a little bit more customization ability with that universal style. I believe that they also already have D-rings and a fair lead for that, so you can kind of kit out that whole modular bumper system if it's something that you've adopted. You can go check that out. I'll link to the Team Garage Hack page below. If you're feeling bro-dozery, then go check out CEN's page. I noticed that they've listed the CEN F-450 packages at $319. That's $100 off. Not on all of their trucks, but specifically the F-450. So I believe that the F-250 is still a little bit more expensive. But if you wanted to pick up one of those 450s, $100 off, not a bad deal. $319 for an RTR truck. Not something that you see all that often in the more quality RCs these days. This last weekend was the Monster Jam World Finals, and right next to the full-size monster truck action, they had a super rad 1/10 scale monster truck arena that looked absolutely legit, and there was some really cool coverage from down there. On display was one of the Primal RC Sonuva diggers. Now, Primal RC makes the huge 1/5 scale monster trucks. These are a gas-powered, massive monster truck. Previously, you could get the Raminator body on it, or they recently released the Gravedigger version. But now they're previewing the Sonuva digger body, which is kind of like a Willys panel wagon style. If you're interested, you probably already know who Sonuva digger is. It looks like this is going to come out next year, but they were previewing it down there. A good looking body on that massive monster truck. Of course, the size of these is what is one of the most impressive parts of it. Of course, if you just wanted one now, you could go pick up the Raminator or the Gravedigger, because both of those are currently available. They also showed a number of upgrades for those trucks down there. I believe that they had like a wheelie bar and some sway bars and maybe a couple of other parts that were durability options for the trucks. So more things are coming if you're an owner. Maybe something you should know about. Fair RC, which I believe is tied in directly with FMS in some way, not exactly sure how, but they announced that there's these custom K5 Blazer FCX24s available. They often offer these custom FMS vehicles, whether it just be a custom paint job, but they're like widely available, mass available. They're available to purchase for whoever wants them for the most part. But this one now is the FCX24, the Blazer. The rear cap is removed, or I believe it comes with it, but it can be removed, and underneath of it is a number of scale accessories to detail it out, kind of making it look square body Chevy pickup style, but of course not. It's the Blazer. I know there's a lot of fans of that FCX24, the 124 scale portal axle, 2-speed transmission, the whole deal. This one just got a little bit more thrown at it. If you're a 24 scale fan, you want something a little bit different than what is just widely available, go check out Fair RC. Also this week, Artful Dodgers released the Ground Fox 2.0 for the Element and SCXII platforms. They had the previous Ground Fox, but this is an updated version. The Element version of the 2.0 works with either the trailing arm suspension or the standard suspension. So if you have like an Ecto or a Gatekeeper versus a Sendero HD, should work either way. They also have, servo on axle style mounts or chassis mounted servo options. You can go check that out. This is a carbon fiber flat rail chassis made to be able to swap over fairly easily. Nice thing is that Artful Dodgers also includes a pretty nice set of instructions with their kits. So it's a fairly complete setup, one that's a little bit easier to do than just trying to piece together a custom build normally. So go check that out, artfuldodgers.com. And as always, this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, live stream takeover. This week, we'll be discussing all of the 4th of July shenanigans, some of the new release stuff. Also, maybe one of the Axial guys will come back on. We'll see what's going on. Check that out, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And also, like always, Friday Night Live, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Also, cranking away on my Axial Fest build. Things are going well there, having a lot of fun. Also have a custom build or two that I could throw in the mix. We'll see what we feel like when the time comes. Last week I had you guys ask questions, and there was a bunch of back and forth down in the comments. I didn't get to go answer as many as I would have liked. It turned out to be a fairly busy week, which happens. But this week, Monday, I'm filming this, and while I'm not working, I'm doing this still. And then tomorrow, or today when you're watching this, it's an actual holiday here, so maybe I'll just kind of kick back. Let me know what you did for the holiday, either while you're watching this in the morning. Let me know what your plans are, or if you're watching it after, hopefully all of your digits are in check. Everybody had a safe, fun time. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you did. And if you're in another country, just let me know what you got against apple pie. Appreciate you guys watching the Scale News Update every Tuesday. Suki says hello as well. If you enjoy the Scale News Update, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, hit the notification bell so you see the videos as soon as they get uploaded. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.